Welcome to Vision of Asia, the news you can trust and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I am Pia Jyoti Kachru, coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In today's weekly edition on Vision of Asia, we have some highlights from this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parekh, along with North American Yacht Heritage Foundation held its first North American Yacht Convention in New Jersey. We also will be watching some highlights from Atlanta-based businessman Rocky Walia, who bought the Premium Canadians franchise from American Premier League, followed by some excerpts from record participation in the 32nd annual Sikh Games in New Jersey. We will be also watching highlights from Gujarati Natak, Bhairav No Bahubali performed for the packed auditorium in New Jersey. We will be back right after these short messages. Stay tuned.
Good evening and welcome to This Week with Dr. Sudhir Parekh, where Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parekh will be sharing his views on some of the issues making news this week in US, India and elsewhere. Thank you, Dr. Parekh, for talking to us.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar. So my first question to you is, new economic numbers show our GDP has declined for 2 quarters in a row. That's the definition of a recession. We are in a recession. 2 negative quarters of GDP growth is not the technical definition of recession, says the White House. Do you think we are in recession?
I think so. We are in recession, and even the common people of America, psychologically they are feeling that they are in the recession. So everybody is very cautious on spending. Everyone is very kind of very calculated in their future plan. So obviously we are in the recession because if you look at the results of the second quarter earning of the large corporations, all were kind of less than expected. Plus, all they had a guidance, going forward guidance, very pessimistic. That shows that we are in recession, and whether we are in recession or not, but we feel like that we are in recession, and is going to be in recession, and it's going to be a worst situation may come.
Wow. And why would the White House deny it?
Well, White House, because they are kind of, at the end of the day, credit or discredit goes to them. Mm-hmm. And that's why they always put a very brave face on that, as long as they can. And then at the end, I mean, they know too that recession is here or is coming soon, but most likely it's already here.
But the people are not stupid. They know what is happening.
Because you don't have to worry about people. They feel it in day-to-day life. If a gallon of the milk instead of $2, it is $6.
Yeah.
Or a pack of the eggs, dozen eggs cost instead of $2-3, it costs $6-7. So people feel it. So you don't have to teach anybody whether there is a recession or not recession.
What is it going to do to the housing industry?
Well, I think real estate is already down 17%. New home sales down 17%, and it's going to be more because as interest rate goes up, affordability of the people goes down, and obviously that's a very simple equation. And so real estate will go down. Prices of the new homes will come down, even prices of the old home will come down. It will be a little hard to sell. It's not like what we had last year, that I mean there were more than one buyer or two buyers in any given property. Now
nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to sell.
Nobody wants to buy, or nobody wants to, I mean, people want to sell, but nobody wants to buy quickly. And they are kind of very cautious, and therefore I think real estate market will go down.
And the mortgages, they cannot afford.
That's right, because of the high interest rate. Right, so they cannot afford, and they are disqualified for. A certain group of the people will be disqualified for certain amount of the mortgage. and therefore it has to go down.
So all the blame, should that go to Russia-Ukraine war, or are there other factors also
No, no, no.
involved?
It's not only in Russia-Ukraine war. I mean, that's one of the factor. But recession is because there is a lot of inflation, because I think we pumped too much money during the pandemic. We gave away so much money to everyone to spend. So if people have more money, they're going to spend, and they're ready to spend at any cost. And therefore it creates a recession.
Okay. So my next question is, Nancy Pelosi arrived in Taiwan late on Tuesday, starting a visit that Beijing had warned her against taking. America's solidarity with the 23 million people of Taiwan is more important today than ever, as the world faces a choice between autocracy and democracy. Nancy Pelosi tweeted after landing, "The United States will pay the price if House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visits Taiwan during her Asia trip," China warned on Tuesday, as tensions between the two superpowers continued to soar. China's military vowed Tuesday to launch targeted military actions in response to US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit, as tensions flare between Washington and Beijing. More than 21 Chinese fighter jets enter Taiwan's airspace on day of Pelosi's visit. What will happen now?
Well, I mean, it increases the tension, psychological tension, more than anything else. In reality, I'm not sure whether China is that naive to start any real war against Taiwan, because as soon as the war starts, then USA has to get involved, because USA and Taiwan has a treaty where USA has to defend Taiwan. And so I don't think China will do that. They will kind of do all this, noise and all this jumping and kind of built up the kind of tempo against the Taiwan. But I don't think it will go too far. And probably it will die down soon. And we all know that, and even USA know that. And I think Pelosi did the right thing, because no one can dictate in a democracy, or those who believes in democracy, whether who can travel where and what. So I think they were wrong. You cannot intimidated by that kind of threat. And I think what Pelosi did is very good. And I think that shows that USA is a democracy, and is morally USA has responsibility to support all the democracy of the world.
But even our military was not too happy, and neither was President Biden.
Well, because I mean, nobody wants any headache. But I think inside, I'm sure with the president's blessing, she went there. Because without president's blessing, probably she would not have gone there. So I think it's a kind of good cop, bad cop strategy. President will say don't go, and she says she will go, and that's the way it is.
So like Taiwan does fear there will be a war in 2025. Do you think that will happen?
I don't think so, because war with the Taiwan will kind of lead to the Third World War. It's not like Ukraine and Russia, because Taiwan is already has treaty with the Western worlds and Western countries. So Taiwan is different. And I don't think China will risk that kind of war, because who has to lose? Probably China has to lose more, because China has lot of businesses and trade relation, and their economy depends upon the Western world. So I don't think it will happen.
Okay. So my next question is, Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri was known by US intelligence as a terrorist mastermind for helping plot the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. 71-year-old Zawahiri was killed by a US-led drone strike over the weekend. He had ruled the terrorist organization since the death of Osama bin Laden in July of 2011. Given Zawahiri's presence in Afghanistan, national security experts say there are concerns the Taliban is allowing Al-Qaeda to use the country as its base of operation for conducting terrorism. US shutting off its operation in Afghanistan and leaving millions of dollars of military equipment behind have enabled Taliban and Al-Qaeda to continue and carry out their acts of violence and terror with more speed. How will these terrorist organizations react, and what should we do to safeguard not only our citizens here but hundreds left behind in Afghanistan?
Well, I think USA has a kind of intelligent and military intelligent power in Afghanistan right now, and that's how they came to know where this gentleman was. And so USA has left physically left Afghanistan, but a lot of USA military personnel, a lot of intelligent personnel are still there, and they are watching it. And the Taliban also should not help the terrorist organization, because if they do, then their billions of dollars which is sitting in the USA bank will be frozen. They cannot able to use it. So I think even Taliban knows that, and because they need of those billions back in Afghanistan. So I think all in all, what USA did is a right thing to do. Punish the perpetrator of the 9/11, get rid of the leader of the Al-Qaeda presently, and that way diminishes or minimizes the terrorist activities throughout the world.
How has his death affected India?
Well, that also, there will be less terrorist activity in India, because most of the Indian terrorists are backed by Pakistan and indirectly by Taliban. And so I think India also will be very happy to see that this gentleman is gone.
My next question is, India is expected to win dozens of medals at the Birmingham CWG. It has already won 5 gold, 4 silver and 3 bronze medals. But how does the level of competition weigh up against the Asian Games?
Well, I mean, the competition in CWG is going really at different level and a higher level, and therefore it is challenging for even Indian team to win a lot of gold medals. And I don't know how many gold medals India won.
5 so far.
5 gold medals won. So that 5 is not probably a big number, because if you look at the number of competition India took part in, 5 is nothing. So I think India has to work hard. India has to cultivate and develop their athletes professionally more, and so they can have better performance next time.
How are these Chinese people so good at sports?
Because Chinese government is spending so much money after them to train them, to make them professionally be perfect player, and that's how they won they win a lot of medals. And I think India should learn from that. And of course now India is spending a lot of money for training of these athletes as compared to past, but still India has a long way to go, and they have to take these sports very seriously.
Including the diet, because I would think ye kaun si chakki ka aata khate hain? How are they so flexible? How do they win so many medals?
Yeah, but it is all again discipline, right?
Discipline.
Yeah,
That is the key word.
Because at the end of the day, all the food is same all over the world. So even if you are vegetarian, still you can be very strong. As you can see, that strongest animal is elephant. So an elephant is all vegetarian, right? A horse is all vegetarian. Yeah. So I think it's all discipline. Yeah.
Discipline. My last question is, Lal Singh Chadda, set to release on 11th of August, is the latest Bollywood film that's being targeted on social media. That's Aamir Khan. Don't you think it's unfair to do that?
I think so, because at the end of the day, any movie or any film or any art or music, they all are creative thing. And always creativity has some kind of freedom. we may agree, we may not agree, and we may or may not agree with the stand of the or point of view of the Aamir Khan in the past. But that doesn't mean that we should kind of oppose him blindly without seeing the movie.
Without seeing the movie.
Yeah, because most of the people, those who are opposing, probably they haven't seen this movie.
They haven't seen it.
So without seeing movie, I think it's not very, it's unfair to him. And in democracy, I think we should be fair to each other.
Exactly, because they were targeting PK and Dangal, and they both became blockbuster hits.
Right. So that time we all went to see that, right?
Yes. Would you be watching Lal Singh Chadda in theatre?
Probably I would. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to probably on OTT, I will watch it.
Not 11th of August release in the theatre?
No, because I think still I'm very cautious about COVID thing. And I had to be in enclosed place, you know.
Okay. Your last words before we end this show.
Well, dear friends, lots of happening in the world. As you can see that Speaker Pelosi is in Taiwan. That shows that one democracy is helping or supporting another democracy in the world, which is very important. India is also democracy, so India is also should help other democracy, because now India is also a world leader. Other thing is COVID is still there. In New York City or New York State, I think incidence of and even New Jersey, the incidence of COVID is still more than 10%. So be careful, be safe, and wear the mask wherever it's possible. So at the end, I would like to conclude saying, God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian Americans, and we'll see you next week. Till then, goodbye, be safe.
North American Yacht Heritage Foundation held its first North American Yacht Convention on July 29th and 30th, 2022 in Weehawken, New Jersey. The aim of this convention was to encourage the younger generation to protect and preserve the yacht culture and heritage by enhancing their empathy, leadership, and inner potential, by strengthening the yacht community, by organizing, realizing, collaborating, and guiding the power of working together to achieve a legacy of altruism. Let's watch some highlights.
Rathi, and I came all the way from Long Island to come to the New York Yacht Convention. And I came here because yacht is my culture and I'm proud to be a yacht.
I'm विजेंद्र सिंह शाहन, मैं दिल्ली से आया हूँ और मुझे पता चला कि यहाँ पे जाट कन्वेंशन हो रही है, तो बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि यहाँ आके सब लोग हम इकट्ठे मिलेंगे, अपने एक्सचेंज करेंगे, अपने व्यूज़ जानेंगे, एक दूसरे को, बच्चों को बताएंगे अपनी संस्कृति के बारे में, और इसलिए मैं इसको अटेंड कर रहा हूँ।
नमस्कार जी, मेरा नाम है डॉक्टर जयपाल राणा और ये जाट कन्वेंशन, नॉर्थ अमेरिकन जाट कन्वेंशन जो पहली बार हो रही है यूएसए में, और मेरे को इतनी खुशी हो रही है कि पूरे अमेरिका से, कनाडा से अपने जाट भाई बहन, माँ बाप सभी यहाँ इकट्ठे हुए हैं एंड हम सभी इंजॉय कर रहे हैं इसको। और ये बहुत ही टाइम से ये ओवरड्यू था, लेकिन हमारी सबकी एनर्जी अब फुल है। और जितने भी दूसरे हैं जो आज अटेंड करने नहीं मिले या आने नहीं मिले, मेरा उनको मैसेज है कि ये कन्वेंशन स्टार्ट हुई है, अगले साल कनाडा में, कैलिफोर्निया में, टेक्सास में 2 साल बाद, 3 साल बाद करेंगे इसको। और सबसे बड़ा जो मेरे को इस कन्वेंशन में सोच रहा हूँ कि हम अपने बच्चों के लिए, अपनी कम्युनिटी के लिए तो करेंगे, और जब सारे की सारी जाट कम्युनिटी जो है ना दूसरे सभी के लिए, चाहे उसमें कोई प्रोजेक्ट है, कोई एजुकेशन प्रोजेक्ट है या कोई एनवायरमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट है या मतलब कहीं पे भी डिजास्टर होता है, तो मेरा ये है कि जाट कम्युनिटी जो है ना हमेशा फोर फ्रंट पर होनी चाहिए जब भी किसी को भी ज़रूरत पड़ती है। तो भाइयों थैंक यू, आपने मौका दिया ये, और सभी का मैं धन्यवाद दूँ। थैंक यू।
हाँ, राम राम सबको भाई। मेरा नाम बलजीत कालरावना, हम सारे भाई जो हैं कनाडा से आए हैं, और ये जो हमारा जो नॉर्थ अमेरिकन जाट एसोसिएशन का प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, ये न्यू जर्सी ने होस्ट किया है, लेकिन ये है पूरे नॉर्थ अमेरिका के सारे जाटों ने मिलकर किया है प्रोग्राम को। 2 साल पहले जो एक छोटा सा आइडिया हमने स्टार्ट किया था, उसको आज न्यू जर्सी की टीम ने उसको पूरे सिरे चढ़ाया है, लेकिन इसमें योगदान हमारे पूरे जाटों का रहा है, नॉर्थ अमेरिका के सारे जाटों का रहा है, जिसमें यूके के जाट भी हमारे यहाँ पर शामिल है। और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि हर साल एक ऐसा मेला हम करेंगे, और हर एक एसोसिएशन डिफरेंट जगह पे करेगी, और ये बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल हमारा मेला है। धन्यवाद।
कैनेडियन जाट एसोसिएशन कनाडा की तरफ से ये जो नॉर्थ अमेरिकन पहली ऐतिहासिक जाट कन्वेंशन हो रही है, हम सब लोग यहाँ इस कन्वेंशन के लिए कनाडा से हर्षोल्लास के साथ, ये देखिए हमारी पूरी टीम सामने, एक बार हाथ उठा दो सारे, ये कैनेडियन जाट एसोसिएशन की तरफ से सबको बहुत बहुत, और डॉक्टर राणा को बहुत धन्यवाद जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत करके कैलिफोर्निया, टेक्सास, सारे अमेरिका से लोग इकट्ठे किए।
ये ड्रीम जो है 2010 में शुरू हुआ था, और ड्रीम में हमने काफ़ी बार कोशिश की, लेकिन आँख खुली तो ड्रीम नहीं था, वो कुछ भी नहीं मिला। लेकिन आखिरकार 10-12 साल की मेहनत और अपनी जो कम्युनिटी आई हुई है, जो एनर्जी अब है, और ये सभी कुछ एंजॉय करने के लिए और ऊपर जो है ना अपना काम करने के लिए कम्युनिटी के लिए आए हैं। और मैं पता नहीं कहाँ से इनका शुक्रिया अदा करूँ, इस स्टेज पर आए सभी। और मतलब जो मैं तो पता ड्रीम जो ना आँख खोल की फिर ड्रीम ले लिया, आँख खोल की फिर ड्रीम ले लिया, लेकिन ये ड्रीम मेरा पूरा हो गया। थैंक यू एवरीवन भाई, कनाडा वालों, थैंक यू।
या हेलो सबको राम राम। और हम लोग कैनेडियन जाट एसोसिएशन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, CJA, और हम लोग सब कनाडा से आए हैं। और ये संदीप फोगाट, मैं सुजीत लोहान, ये बलजीत कालीरामना, वीरेंद्र दलाल, वीरेंद्र राठी। और यहाँ पहली कन्वेंशन होने जा रही है नॉर्थ अमेरिका की जाट कन्वेंशन। तो हर जगह से, पूरे नॉर्थ अमेरिका से, इवन हमारे पास यूके से, लंदन से भी लोग आए हुए हैं यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए। और कनाडा में भी हम लोग ब्रैम्पटन, मिसागा, टोरंटो से हैं, और कैलगरी से और वैंकूवर से भी सारे जाट जितने भी हैं, मैक्सिमम संख्या में लोग यहाँ पे पहुँचे हुए हैं भाग लेने हुए। थैंक यू सो मच। और वी होप कि ये बहुत बड़ी, बहुत अच्छी कन्वेंशन होगी और एवरीबडी इज़ गोइंग टू हैव अ गुड टाइम। थैंक यू।
हाँ जी, मेरा नाम सुनील खटकड़ है। मैं पिछले 22 साल से न्यू जर्सी में रह रहा हूँ, और पहली बार ऐसा देखने को मिला है कि भाई इतना बड़ा जाट महोत्सव, ठीक है ना, जो कि जाट कन्वेंशन के नाम से जाना गया, ठीक है ना। पहले तो ये था कि भाई पता नहीं इतने लोग बाग इकट्ठे होंगे या नहीं होंगे, लेकिन जिस हिसाब से सारा माहौल बना और जो लोगों की उमंग दिखी, ये तो आंकड़ा 250 पार हो गया, ठीक है ना। तो ऐसे ही अपने जाट सभा और जाट समाज का विकास होता है, तो हम आशा करते हैं आने वाले समय में भी और अच्छा कुछ देखने को मिलेगा। ज़रूरी नहीं कि न्यू जर्सी पर, ठीक है ना, हो सकता है वेस्ट और कैलिफोर्निया में या फिर मिड टेक्सास में या साउथ में और कहीं, ठीक है ना। तो हम बड़े प्रोत्साहित रहे इस प्रोग्राम को लेकर के, और अभी हम जा रहे हैं अपना न्यूयॉर्क सिटी क्रूज़ के लिए, ठीक है ना, जो कि आज पहला दिन है। और दूर दराज से आए अपने कनाडा, यूके और स्पेशल अपना US के अलग अलग स्टेटों से, ठीक है ना। तो उसमें देखने को बहुत कुछ मिला, और आपस में लोग आपस में मिल रहे हैं, तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम पूरे अपने एक प्रदेश इंडिया और हरियाणा में ही हैं, ठीक है ना, जो कि एक बहुत अच्छी बात है। और हम इससे बहुत खुश और अति प्रसन्न, और सारे त्योहारों की बात भी हो रही है, ठीक है ना। तो बहुत अच्छा लगा, तो और आशा करते हैं आप सभी लोग एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे इसको।
Rocky Walia, a prominent businessman from Atlanta, has purchased the Premium Canadians franchise from American Premier League, which will hold its highly anticipated second edition cricket tournament from December 19 through December 31st, 2022 at the ICC-approved Broward County's Cricket Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mr. Walia's vast business portfolio includes owning a chain of convenience stores, gas stations, and liquor stores across Georgia. Mr. Walia came to United States at a very young age and through his hard work, dedication, and unwavering drive to succeed has been able to build a successful business empire. Let's watch the highlights from the launch event of the Team Premier Canadians held at Northland's Miniature Railway Museum in New Jersey.
We are looking to have some tryouts first to find some very good players for premium Canadian teams, and we are putting up a very good team together for the managers and everybody, so that we can have a great tournament this year.
Thank you for having me tonight. This is Victoria Morgan, owner of the Premium English team, part of American Premier League franchise, and we're here tonight celebrating the Premium Canadian team. Congratulations, Rocky Walia and your beautiful family for being here. We're celebrating the great decision that you made in purchasing the Canadian team. We're really happy to have you on board, and I know as owner of Premium English, I'm really excited to see you at the match and have our teams compete this December in Florida. Thank you.
Today we gather here for American Premium League. There was a launch ceremony for the Canadian team. I think Aamir from the American Premium League is doing a marvelous job. He introduced last year. Now they're going into the next level. And seems like American Premium League is going to be the top league in America, which introduced cricket in America. There's so many small groups are there who's talking about cricket, but this is the actual platform. And you will see that cricket on a next level in America, and we congratulate Canadian team and we congratulate Aamir for his dedication. Thank you very much.
आज का जो event है आपका, it was wonderful, very beautiful weather, beautiful people here, and beautiful event here, and beautiful places here. And that is the world largest Guinness World Book record place here, and it's one man made by hand, world largest canvas on the earth, made by one man, more than 8-mile railroad track, more than 400 tunnels, 400 bridges, is mile and a half walk towards. But what we're doing for the cricket? Cricket is one of the things connect the people. I don't call the cricket, I call it connecting. So that was missing of connection of the communities. So this is a good connector. I call the good connector, multiple connectors, and that called cricket. And I live there, and there was missing one of the game, as I mentioned on the stage over there. That was one of the game was missing in this country. This is the country of sport. People is here, people love sports, and people connect here. And whenever the sport, people don't care is which color and area you belong. The people just go for crazy for that. And you know, other thing is, if you word connect the crazy and word cricket, and the two crazy make you craziest one.
Yes, today we're here celebrating the launch of our Premium Canadians franchise, and we're very proud that more and more teams are coming on board American Premier League. A couple of weeks ago, we were here at the same place, and we had 4 teams that joined hands with us. And now, 2 weeks later, we have another one, a big one. Premium Canadians is one of our big franchises, and it's got sold out. I want to congratulate Mr. Rocky Walia to believe in us and coming all the way from Augusta, Georgia, to be part of this beautiful event today. We have lovely people, we have entertainment, Bollywood dances. This year, American Premier League is going even bigger. I mean, I'm sure you guys watched American Premier League last year. It was a big hit, but we're not stopping. We're doing it even better. We're going to have an 18-camera production this year with DRS review system. And we're also having the tournament in an actual proper cricket stadium in Florida, which is an ICC-approved cricket stadium. So I want to thank all of the people who came on board, all of the people who believe in us, and hopefully we will make American Premier League one of the best leagues in the country. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hanji, thank you very much. This is Rocky Walia coming from Augusta, Georgia. तो जो APL है ये हमने अपना लास्ट ईयर टीवी चैनल पे देखा तो एक बहुत ही बढ़िया प्लेटफॉर्म लगा तो दैट्स वे आई एम सो एक्साइटेड अबाउट the Canadian team and now we have like choose the good player, the best player and
The 32nd annual Sikh Games of New Jersey took place on July 30th and 31st at Old Bridge High School grounds in Matawan, New Jersey. The host of this year was Natak Naam Jahaz Gurdwara. Soccer, volleyball, basketball and track competitions were held during these games. In addition, a new program for bench press and deadlift competition also took place. Special attractions at these games were the turban and Dumala competition. Participating Gurdwaras were from New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Let's watch some highlights.
Jersey City versus Carteret. Jersey City versus Carteret.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਮੈਂ ਤਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੈਂ ਗਲੈਨ ਰੌਕ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦਾ ਗਲੈਨ ਰੌਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ 32ਵੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਵਾਲੇ ਮੇਨ ਕੋਆਰਡੀਨੇਟਰ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ 32 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਨ ਵਲੰਟੀਅਰ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੇਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਰੋਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅੱਜ ਦੁਬਾਰੇ ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਆ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਮ ਕੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੀਆਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈਆਂ ਆ ਤੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਵਾਲੇ ਮੇਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਆਈਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਤੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਇਹ 32ਵੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਕਰਵਾ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 32 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਟਰਾਈ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਹੁਮਾ ਕੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਅੰਡਰ 10 ਅੰਡਰ 14 ਅੰਡਰ 18 ਐਂਡ ਓਵਰ 18 ਦੀ ਵਾਲੀਬਾਲ ਬਾਸਕਟਬਾਲ ਤੇ ਸੌਕਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਕਰਵਾਈਆਂ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਕ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਾਂਝ ਬਣੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਆ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾਸ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੂਦਲ ਮੁੱਖ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਜੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਜੋ 32ਵੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਕਰਾਈਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਸਨ ਸੈਚਰਡੇ ਅਤੇ ਸੰਡੇ 2 ਦਿਨ 30 ਜੁਲਾਈ ਅਤੇ 31 ਜੁਲਾਈ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਾਈਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਸਨ ਤੇ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਹਮਾ ਕੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਸਮੇਤ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਜੋ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜੰਪਰ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਪੁਰਾਤਨ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਸਨ ਵਾਲੀਬਾਲ ਸੌਕਰ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜੋ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਕਰਾਈਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਭਾਰੀ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਬੜੇ ਹਮਾ ਕੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਹਨ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੂਰੋਂ ਨੇੜੋਂ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਤੇ ITV ਵਾਲੇ ਜੀ ਜੋ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਕੋਨੇ 'ਚ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖ ਗੇਮਾਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
This is Tulwinder Kela. We're very happy to host 32nd annual Sikh Games ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਵੀਂ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੇਡਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਤੇ ਜਿੱਤ ਹਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਬਕ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਦਭਾਵਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੇਡਣ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਸਾਰੇ ਔਨ ਟੌਪ ਆਫ ਇਟ ਸਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਵੈਰੀ ਪਲੀਜ਼ਡ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਵੁੱਡ ਲਾਈਕ ਟੂ ਸੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਨਿਊ ਜਰਸੀ ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਪੈਂਸਿਲਵੇਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਯੋਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਨਪੇਰੇ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਜੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਫॉर ਕਵਰਿੰਗ ਅਸ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
Hello, everyone. We're here on Sunday at the beautiful Sikh event with all the children. I'm here with the Marlborough Council President and with the member of our council in Marlborough, and that's Junid Kazi and Michael Millman.
Thank you, John Jabardi, ex-chairman of Marlborough Chairman. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Michael Millman, for joining this event. This is the wonderful event for the Sikh community. I can see this. This is the interstate. All the state of New Jersey, all the Sikh community comes with the kids, with the children, with the girls, the youth, and they participating in volleyball, soccer, and basketball. So this is like amazing event, and this is what the community all about. This is what you see, how the community put together. They enjoy the sport, they enjoy the food, they enjoy each other companies. So this is amazing event, and I would like to wish Mr. Onkar Singh and Talvinder Singh to putting this event, wonderful event for the Sikh community. Thank you very much. Thank you ITV for the beautiful coverage.
And also, let me also compliment Old Bridge High School. What a magnificent venue for this event. Thank you, everyone.
Bhairav No Bahubali, a famous Gujarati comedy Natak, was performed on Saturday, July 30th at the Union County Performing Arts Center in Rahway, New Jersey. The play is about Bulbul and his two friends who are known as Karu parties and reside as paying guests with one uncle who owns huge properties. The play is written by Vinod Sarvaiya and directed by Sanjay Goradia, who also acted in the play along with Jagesh Mukati, Pooja Damania and others. Let's watch some highlights.
Come on.
ખૂબ સુંદર ડ્રામા હતું. આખા દિવસના સ્ટ્રેસ પછી તમે સરસ હળવા થઈ જાઓ. You will forget all your problems. I really recommend go ahead, go watch it, enjoy. દરેક કલાકારોએ ખૂબ સરસ કામ કર્યું છે. સંજયભાઈ awesome acting. ખૂબ મજા પડી ગઈ. That's it.
ખૂબ આનંદ થયો જોઈને અને બહુ વખતથી ઈચ્છા હતી કે સંજયભાઈનું નાટક અહીંયા આવે અને આ નાટકની જાહેરાતોને બધું જોઈને તો ખૂબ ખુશી થતી હતી. પણ એ શો આજે જોઈને અત્યંત ખુશી થઈ. એમનું કામ, એમની આખી ટીમનું કામ અને આ નાટક છે એ નાટક તો ઠીક પણ એક મેજિક જેવી વાત છે આખી કે ઓડિયન્સને બિલકુલ પોતાનામાં સમાવી લે છે અને ગાળા કરી મૂકે છે. હસાવીને પેટમાં દુખાડે છે. હા બિલકુલ બહુ જ શરદભાઈ એટલે શરદભાઈ. હા અને બહેરાઓનો બાહુબલી તો બરાબર છે, ટાઇટલ બહુ ફર્સ્ટ ક્લાસ, પણ ખરેખર ખૂબ મહેનતથી આટલું લોકોને હસાવીને જકડીને રાખવાને એ ઇઝી નથી. એટલે સંજયભાઈ છે, સંજય ગોરડિયા, એ તો એક્ટિંગના જાદુગર છે, જાદુગર.
Hi, my name is Haresh Darji. I'm with Nilesh Darji and Rajendra Patel. We came here with family to show Gujarati play Bairao no Bahubali. Sanjay Garodia did very good job. It's very good play and we enjoy. This is an interval part and we're gonna enjoy another half of the play. You must watch this show again and again.
ખૂબ જ આગળ પડતું નામ છે. ટીવી સિરિયલ, ફિલ્મો એ બધી વસ્તુઓ ધીરે ધીરે એ કરી રહી છે અને ખૂબ જ ટેલેન્ટેડ આર્ટિસ્ટ છે અને ફક્ત મારી સાથે કામ કરવાના ઈચ્છાને લીધે નાનો રોલ કરી રહી છે. પણ ભાવિકા ખૂબ જ ટેલેન્ટેડ એક્ટ્રેસ છે અને મુંબઈમાં એનું ખૂબ મોટું નામ છે.
I also enjoyed a lot. ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં નાટક હોય તો I also enjoyed a lot. ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં નાટક હોય તો ખૂબ લોકો આવે અને નાટકની સમજણ ધરાવતા લોકો આવે અને ખૂબ નાટક ન્યૂ જર્સીવાળા એન્જોય કરે અને એ લોકો ખૂબ એન્જોય કરે તો અમે પરફોર્મર જે હોય એ પણ ખૂબ જ એન્જોય કરે. સો થેન્ક યુ ન્યૂ જર્સી, થેન્ક યુ સો મચ.
Hi, my name is Suraj Chauhan. I was here today to see Bairao Ki Bahubali in Union Arts Performing Center in New Jersey. I really enjoyed this Gujarati Natak. There was a lot of crowd, and thank you to ITV Gold.
And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITV Gold. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you are in the tri-state or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment, and events in US. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com, or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Pia Jyoti Khatru signing off.